Hey everybody, it's Brickwaffle again, and we are back on Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we are in the capital vessel we've been working on for the last few episodes, and today it's time to start working on the interior. So I'm going to save the hangar deck for probably maybe near the very end of this. I want to start down in the bottom. I want to start back here at the warp core, because we talked about this last time, and I think we need to add a few things here. So let's go ahead and get some more cargo boxes. We're going to need those on our list. We're going to need some deco blocks. We're going to need maybe one of these, one of these, one of these. We're going to need, what is the other thing called? Console blocks? Yeah, there they are, console blocks. And I don't need any more hardened steel. Let's go ahead and get some lights as well. So let's see, what can we put on capital vessels? We can use, all of these things are basically the same. So let's get some of these kind of interesting looking interior lights. So let's do these. I think we're going to stick with that. Okay, so back here we could put more storage for the warp fuel, or we could put in some console blocks, some antennas, all sorts of things back here. I know these are called antenna, but I think they actually look pretty good back here, so let's go ahead and grab one of those, stick that in the back side there, and then we need to light this room up before we go too much further. So let's put one up there, and we're also going to put some lights there and there. That's going to be good for now to start with, and I think that's really going to help. So what I also want to do is, I think we want to take some steel blocks and come down here. Might have to come around the back of this. Let's do that real quick. I want to seal that off. I know last episode we talked about potentially leaving that open. Let's use jetpack for just a minute. But I just don't think it makes that much sense to leave it open. So we're gonna close this thing off right here, just like that. And we're gonna leave that there so we can maybe do some deco pieces with it in a little bit. What deco might we use here? Containers? Yeah, hold on, see if I can get that one down there. Line that up just right. There we go. And might do the same thing down here as well. So let's go ahead and take out... Oops, that's the generator. Let's repair that. There we go. Take out that one and see about putting in another one of these containers there. Okay, so that's going to work out just fine. Turn the jetpack off. Yeah, that's okay. We're not really going to see a whole lot of this anyway most of the time. So back in this area, we want to go ahead and light this up again. I think what we want to do is put some lights maybe right there and there. And then we probably want to put some back here. Let's put one right at the back of that room as well. And let's go back to the warp room itself. Let's see. Nope, get this way. Now what I think we want to do is get some of those truss blocks, or walkway blocks. That's what they're called, walkways. And here we got a couple of options here. We got slopes, railings, and all that sort of stuff. I think what we want to do is just bring this all the way across. Just like that. Alright. And then we probably want to go ahead and cover that up as well here. There we go. So now we can kind of look down into the warp core and see that it's looking pretty good. Everything looks like it's fine in here. What we do want to do next is put in a couple of consoles. And so here we probably need some kind of things that look like engineering tables. Let's put one of these things in. That looks pretty decent. And we're going to put another one in over here, maybe a big holographic screen. Need something bigger. Holographic screen and... one of these as well. Let's turn it that way. There we go. So we've got some readouts for our engineering area. We've got all of our warp fuel. We'll do a little bit more here. I'm just putting in the few basic things for now. Consoles and deco blocks and that sort of stuff. And let's come back into this area. Here, this is the fuel area, and we need to have a couple of consoles. We need to have a readout back here, maybe. There's a little readout for the vessel. And what about a media center? On that side. And another one on this side. We're just going to kind of put those to be the same. That looks pretty good. One thing we don't have on here is any kind of bunk space, but let's go ahead before we leave here and put on some more walkways. We talked about doing this last time. We're going to put this right across the top of the generators on both sides. There we go. Now we can walk back here pretty easily. We're going to be able to do the same thing over that way. We'll get the other one from the front in just a minute. And I think we're going to go ahead and do this here as well and cover this back up. Might take that out in a little bit. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to take that out. So this way we can drop down in here and we can see all this stuff, but downside is we're not going to be able to get back out without our jetpack. So maybe, I don't know. Might end up having to leave that here after all. Let's keep it for now, and we can always take it back out again if we decide we want to do something different with it. Now on this side we need to bring this, whoops, not there. We need to bring that all the way out the same distance as the one on the other side, so that's going to be 1, 2 more, 2 more, and we don't want to cover that one up. So I think that's going to be okay right there. The only downside is it doesn't really look like that fits at all, so we're going to have to do some railings too. And I don't think we can do railings in the same block because of where that is sitting on top of there. And if we do it on that one, that's actually going to be in the block where the stairs are, so we won't be able to do that on the other side. I'd like to put some railings, but I think we're just going to have to leave that alone for the time being. Although, you know what? Maybe what we can do... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's take some steel and put that back. Take that out, and that out. And then we could put some railings on this side. Like that. That's better. Oops, too far. No, that was right. That was perfect. Okay, so now we got a little bit of railing back here. Probably won't use this for much. Let's take the jetpack off again. But you could technically walk up here now if you needed to. Alright, good enough for that. Now, in here, we've got this area right here with these extra seats, and I don't really like the way that looks. This area here, we could definitely have some more things going on, and we probably will in the walls in a little bit, but I think that's okay for now. This seating area, though, this needs to go. So let's take these out. Let's take these out. Oops, come back up here. There it is. There's all of that. Now, in this area, this is the hangar. We could put some beds in here, and let's go ahead and do that because we don't have any bunk beds, and this is a capital vessel. It's going to need some bunk beds for sure. So there's the bunk beds. Let's put a couple of these back here like that, and we're going to do a couple more back here like that. And then we're going to need to put in some kind of place to put stuff. Actually, let's put that maybe in between these things. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what we want to do. Let's break this back up again after we get out of falling down there. Let's break these beds like that and that. And instead, what we want to do is put in one of these right here on either side. And then what we want to do with the bunk beds, I think, is put them on opposite sides of that, like that. There we go. Now we got some nice room in between. There's that. So we got some bunk beds, and I think we can actually go ahead and put another block here without really interfering in our ability to walk up and down here. Yeah, we sure can. And then this one we need to make a slope. Like that. So then we can walk right down here. It kind of matches up with the stairwell a little bit more and gives us a little bit more floor space up here too. Yeah, that should be just fine. Okay, now what we could do is we can bring in a couple more beds if we wanted to. Let's see about... I'm going to get rid of this capacitor block for now. Trash that. And not beds, but passenger seats. We could put in a few this way. Over here. Or we could put a couple in this way. I don't know exactly where we want to put those yet. I don't think we want to put them down here. I don't think this makes sense for passengers. So let's go ahead and think about what else we might put in here decorative-wise. We might want a couple of dining tables. Could we do it like that? No, that's going to be too close. That might be too close to that wall as well. I'm not sure about that one. What about some benches or some control stations? That really just looks like a computer desk. This table looks pretty decent. Let's put one of those in either corner. Yeah, those look all right. And then we're going to do a little bit more. We need some kind of... I don't want to do a TV. That looks a little too on point. Let's do a couple benches back here as well. Yeah, that's going to do it for now. Let's take out this radar dish too for the time being. We don't need that at the moment either. Okay, so back in here, probably need a little bit more going on. So let's see about, oops, one of these deco blocks in here. Can we put in containers? Ooh, these are really big. I wish these actually were active containers that you could use. But that looks much better. We want this to be, I don't want it to be claustrophobic per se, but I want it to be kind of filled up. Let's put a couple of different things in here. And then maybe, what's this other one? Container 2 at the top? Yeah. There it goes. So this looks like it's nice and filled now. I think that's going to give it a lot more sense of being used. We'll have to do something at the top of this as well, but probably not with the deco blocks. So let's look more at the console blocks. And let's look at, what is this big console? No, that doesn't look good up there. What about these consoles? Maybe we'll leave that alone. Maybe that's okay right now. Okay, we'll come back and do some more decorating with that in a little bit. I'm just kind of walking around and seeing how inspiration strikes as we go through here. This one we definitely need some doors, and so let's see, we want armored doors. And here, we want that to be like that, or do we want it to be there? We want it to be there. Yeah, that's much better. And we could do some walls here as well, and leave the ships, and have another door here, and just have like a little area for people coming in and out, make it a kind of an airlock. Let's see what that would look like. Armored door again. Where are they? There it is. Yes, that'd be right to there. And then we would need some armored windows. Wait, hold on before I do that. Oops, I think I just screwed up. I'll have to restart again. Yep, that's not really there. Okay, I'm going to have to restart, but when I get back, I want to do the same thing on that side that I'm going to do over here, which is take the big 2x2. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. Big door right there, big window over there. Oh good, it did clear itself up. And then again at the top here. And we're going to come all the way across. Oops, not that one, because you can't, it's not going to be even. And then here, what we want to do is the smaller ones, the 2x1s. Just like that. And nope, not that one. A little tricky to get this all lined up just right. There we go. Nope, not that one. And then right here we need a regular sized one. Right over the door. If I can get it to work, that'd be great. There we go. So now out here we got to break this one and that one. And we have a glass airlock. I think that's going to work out okay. The only thing I don't like is that when these doors open, they open into the glass. But I guess we can live with that. Or we could potentially take this out in the middle and make this actual walls. Let's do that instead. And let's get that one. Get the wall shape. That way? Yeah, there we go. 2, and then up here we want to go... If I can get that up there again, that'd be great. Let's just come up here and see if I can hit the bottom of this one. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that's going to be alright. We're going to keep that just like that for the airlock. Now in here, we're definitely going to need some areas for people to sit. Let's use one of these. I need some kind of console and some kind of tables. So right out here would be nice to have a little seating area. Unfortunately, because I've got the glass on that side, I can't do it right up against there. Maybe what we need to do, now that I've put all this in, is actually move the whole thing out a little bit. Oops, gotta reload. There we go, and let's put these on the other side this way. Oops, not all of that. That's fine, we'll put it in there. Then we're going to take out these two, because we're in creative mode. Doesn't hurt. And let's see, jetpack on. We're going to bring this across the top. That's fine. And how does this door look from the outside? Does that look okay? Yeah, it does look like it's inset a little bit. Then we're going to bring this thing across. And let's do the big ones. Oops. Nope. Hard to get just on the edge there. Take that out. And then once more with the big windows down here. Up like that. Nope. That one. And over here. Like to get down here. There we go. And right up in the top of this one. There it goes. Perfect. Now we can take our jetpack back off and we can put our tables right up against the glass. So we're going to do one over there and one over here. We probably also need some other things going on in here. Probably some consoles. Let's see. We want console like there and there. Yeah, so you can come over here and can see what's going on, control that. Probably need a big one back here somewhere though. Maybe one of these really huge ones. Like on that side, that's going to be our hangar control. And what about one of these tables over here? Holographic table. And then I think we probably want to just do something a little small and decorative in one little corner. You know what else we don't have over here? Is, I don't need these cargo boxes anymore. We don't have any of those decorative plants. And that might be okay. What is that called? Artificial indoor plants. There we go. Let's put one of these over here. No, I don't like that. Little ficus. There we go. And maybe we need a couple of these things right by the front. You know, people want something. That's a little too much, maybe. We gotta have something in here. We're gonna do a little bit more with that when we're a little further along, I think. What's the other one? I don't think the Red Bull looks good at all. Those are small enough. All right, we're gonna put those right there. So that way, as soon as you come in from outside, you're gonna be able to see all that stuff. Great. So let's go out into the hangar, and actually we need to put some lights in here before we go too much further. Put one at the top on either side. That's looking pretty decent, and one back up here. Yep. How about this room? Do we have any lights in here? We don't, so let's put a couple up there. And, oh, that's different. Interesting. Put a couple up there. That's nice and bright. We're going to do the same thing back on this wall, but we're going to come up there and there. Now we got lots of light in here. And we'll change all the intensities and colors and things later on as we go as well. So out here in the hangar, we want a different style of light, I think. Let's drop the plants for now, and let's get the capital vessel, and we're going to get, oops, I think I just toggled that off. Capital vessel. We want the lights. Let's get some of these lights, and maybe we even want some round interior lights for now. Trash that for a minute. Yeah, so this one, we need some kind of lights near the front of the hangar to light it all up, and near the back of the hangar, but not right up against the glass. I think that would look a little weird anyway, so that's good. Let's go there and there. Now we've got some lights on that side. You know what we could do is just bring to the middle, I think. We'll do that as well. There, that's going to be nice and lit up. And a lot of what we're going to do in this side is actually just going to be kind of with texture and color. So let's go back and we're going to do a couple of holographic screens. Where do we want these things to sit? I think we need these kind of near the front. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, so now we got some holographic warning lights in theory that we can see that ships are coming in or going out, and they can pretend that this is actually going to give us kind of a force field maybe to help keep our atmosphere in. I think that's going to be all right. So that's going to be good enough for there. Let's go through here. We'll go through here. Probably ought to put a door back here as well that goes into the warp area. We don't want everybody to be able to use that door or that area. So let's go armored doors, and let's get rid of our walkway blocks for the time being. I don't need 900 of those, but that's fine. Let's put one. Can I actually do it on the stair block if I go up here? I sure can. Does that look weird? Hold on. It looks a little strange, but it doesn't seem to actually interfere with anything, so I think we're going to leave it. Okay, and down here, can't really do a door here because this is just going to be an open area. I don't think we could do... You know what, though? Maybe instead, could we do... The shutter doors don't go 1 by 2, do they? They do. Interesting. Okay, so let's turn this around. Nope. That's not what I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Is that gonna look really super weird? But these are always automatic, huh? What if I come in from the other side? Yeah, that's not great. Oh, I wish I could change those so they weren't automatic. Okay, for now I think we're just gonna leave it, and that's gonna be okay. Can I put a walkway over that maybe? Would that... What am I gonna clip into if I do that? Let's get some shutter window blocks instead. Or walkway blocks, rather. That's what I want. And... like that. Can I still walk down here? I can. Okay, that's all right. I think that's gonna be fine. There's a one little gap here, but it doesn't stop people from walking through. Do I clip my helmet into this or anything? No, I sure don't. Okay. All right, well, I think that's fair. And maybe we could even put some rails up if we really wanted to. like that. And then that one. Oops. Can we put them over here? Yeah, we sure can. Those two. And then over here, those two. There we go. Now nobody's going to fall into this. They're going to have to deliberately walk around and go into that. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so let's go up to the top level here. We're not going to do anything with the console in the back here. I don't think we can even squeeze a light back in there. Maybe we... No, because it's elevator block everywhere. Really can't do anything with that. That's okay, honestly, though. I think that's just fine. I wonder if we could... Nope, that's going to be a block. Let's put this back. And same thing back here. Yep, that's going to be necessary block. All right. Up to this level. Oops, no, not jetpack on. We're going to save the cockpit for just a minute. This area here with the cargo and everything, we need to light this up as well. So up here, what I think we want to do... Let's see, can I get up here? Put some lights on either side of that. That's going to be good. And then we're going to come back over here and put lights over these exterior doorways. And then back here, this is actually a little bit interesting. This doesn't really make sense from a perspective of trying to make this look realistic because these doors open right into space. So I think we need to fill this little area in a little bit with another doorway and make an airlock. So let's drop off some windows and let's get the armored doors again. And we're going to put this guy facing right like that and this one right like that. There we go. So now if we block this off, we're going to have to take these lights out. Now we're going to actually have a little bit of an airlock at least. Miss. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to take this light out there, and then we're just going to put in some blocks over here. And we don't, like I said, we don't need to do this because you can't really have sealed structures, at least not in this point of the alpha. But I think it's going to look a little bit better. It's going to look like an airlock. And we've got some room to fill that in anyway. And then what we need to do is put the lights over the doors on this side. That's better. That's much better. Okay, so we got all those things set up. Now we need to have some lights over our medical area. So let's do one over each medical container, and then we'll do the same thing over this side, just one up there and one up there. This area is now nice and bright. And then our crop growing area, we want some lights as well, but I think for these, we want these lights here. I don't know what we would call those, the rounded lights. Yeah, like that. And then, oops, nope, like that. Let's take this one out. Yeah, there we go. Lots and lots of room. Very bright in here. And this whole area around the side, we're going to have to decorate some because that's just wasted space right now. Let's see about some kind of console blocks, though. What would we put in here that might make sense? These little holographic screens look okay. Where would we put them? Maybe back in that corner, and then over here in this corner? And then we probably need some kind of other thing over here too. Maybe in the back we need... what about these things? I don't want to put those there. Don't want to put those there either. No, you know, I think I might just leave that alone for the time being. We'll come back to that. Alright, and then up here in the cockpit. And we got different kinds of metal up here, but these chairs, what we definitely want to do with these is put in some of these computer tables facing them. But that's going to be a long distance from there. That's not great. What about some of these consoles? No, they're all going to be facing away too. Alright, well I'm going to put a couple of these consoles in the back of the cockpit, even if we can't quite sit them where we want to. Media center, that's much better. We might have to fix these chairs. I think we are going to have to take out the passenger seats this way as well, because they just aren't going to look right. And we could use the other cockpits, because whoever gets in there first is going to, like this one, whoever gets in first is going to control the vessel, and we can actually fly it around right now. But I definitely want to do something with that. Let's go back to the deco blocks, because there are some in here that I think will work okay. This one just looks too much like a regular computer desk in a regular house. That's not going to work. Nope, let's try that one. That's too big, actually. What about these consoles? What if I put these up here in either corner? Could then I put passenger seats in behind them, maybe? Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work okay. So they've got these tactical consoles. Sure. And then we need a little bit more. I want something up front. Let's go down to this console block again. I want something low in the front here. Can we put these? We can't get any closer because that's all the glassed-in area. I like these. I like the way these things look, but let's take this out for a minute and this out for a minute. We're going to put the rounded ones in the corners. Where are they? That one and that one. And then maybe we can put these other big ones on the sides. That's better. Okay, good. So now we've got our cockpit. It looks a little bit different. I think that's going to work out for us. What else do we need to do in terms of decoration pieces? That's largely it, I think. So we can go outside the ship now. I think there's nothing else we need to do in here. Let's put our jetpack on. We'll go outside. And let's put on a few more decorative pieces out here. We still need to figure out where we're going to put all of our seats, because we want to be able to carry more passengers than we have. But for now, let's get rid of those interior lights. Let's get rid of these. And let's put on the radar dish. Get a couple of those radar dishes, maybe a couple antennas, maybe some capacitors. And I think we're going to be okay with that. So where are we going to put our radar dishes? I think one right up here is going to be good. And we might want another one. No, you know what? I don't think we want another one. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to put some antenna out here. Let's do that. Oh, you know what? Let's take out this block right here. Oh, no, that was actually a block I needed. That was hardened steel. There we go. That's number 9. Let's put that down. And let's see about getting this thing lined up. So if we change our axis to that, which way is that facing? Nope, that way. There we go. We're going to do the same thing over on the other side. And this one we did have armored up, so we didn't quite have that symmetrical anyway. There we go. A couple of extra little bits sticking out that way is going to help us, I think, make the vessel not look quite so flat on this side. And we need some capacitor blocks, and these I think are going to make sense over here. And like that, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Right down here, and then we're just going to flip that around again, right like that. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Or, what should we do, instead of that one, let's do one, and nope, 2 of those. That's better again, okay. So we're going to take these out on this side, and we'll do the same thing. There it goes. And where's our capacitors? And 1, 2. Yep, that's going to look a lot better. Okay, do we need exterior lights on this? Of course we do. Of course we do. Where are we going to put our exterior lights? We've up-armored most of this, so I don't have a lot of places to put them, but we can do some. And I think we want to go ahead and put some right here. So that's going to be in front. We definitely want to have one at the end of the wing. And then maybe one back here as well. So there's 3 on that side. So it's going to be 1 in from the end, tip of the wing, and right in the middle. So let's come around this way. And we'll go 1 in from the end, tip of the wing. Whoops, we'll get 2 of them. And then we're going to go over here and go right in the middle. So that's better. Now we need some light up top as well, so let's do just a couple up here. We want some light on... Can I fit anything in anywhere over here? That's got the glass in it, this has the armor in it. I don't really want to take armor off just to put lights on it, but I might have to. Because that's going to look really strange if I do a light right like that. Okay, so let's take that armor off and that armor off, and we're just going to put some lights right there and right there. Okay, so we've got light on the top. We need some light on the front, Can we do big spotlights on this one? If we do capital vessel and we do light, we don't have spotlight cubes, do we? Nope. Let's do the round interior lights though. And I think these are going to have to do the same thing. So we're going to take that off and put a light on. We're going to take that off and put a light on. That's better. And then underneath, we are going to need a little bit of light down here. So we've got some space. Maybe we're just going to do that in this area. We're going to do some underneath these thrusters. There we go. Like that and that. That's looking pretty good. And then we need some light at the back of the ship as well. And here we've got some room. We do have light with that. Let's do here, and then we're just going to put 4 of these back like this. There we go. There's enough light on the outside of the ship. We can also do a little bit more right up here, just to make sure the back of this stands out too. Yeah. All right. So I'm pretty happy with the way that stands out now. Don't think we really need a second radar dish. I think we're good with all those decorations. So let's go ahead and trash some of this stuff. And let's figure out where we want to put these passenger seats. So let's go back inside the ship. We're going to go right to our little airlocks out here. We are going to paint this with some hazard colors and things so people can find it a little bit easier. If I can get in the ship with my jetpack. That's tough. Okay, so now we need to figure out where we want to have extra seats. The obvious answer would be right in here, because we've got this extra space. It just kind of looks odd to have passenger seats down here. But you know what? I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We need to have these seats sit somewhere, and that's going to be out of the way enough that people can come in here where they're crafting and gathering and whatnot. They can come down from the cockpit, and there's still already some seats up here that they can use. So there's going to be seats for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. That's fine. We don't even have that many people on our server right now. So this capital vessel can take everybody that we need, and we're going to be good to go. All right, so I think that's going to do it. And in the next episode, we're going to do some coloring and texturing. Hopefully you liked this episode. If you did, as always, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then make sure to subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.